What if I told you that the world's most famous burger chain doesn't actually make most of its money from burgers? Picture this: over 40,000 golden arches standing tall across the globe, serving 69 million customers every single day. But here's the twist that'll blow your mind. McDonald's real business isn't selling you a Big Mac and fries. In fact, the man who built this empire once said something that changed everything. We're not in the hamburger business. We're in the real estate business. Wait, what? A fast food chain that's secretly a real estate company? This sounds impossible, right? But it's absolutely true, and the genius behind this strategy transformed a struggling burger joint into one of the most profitable business models in history. Stick around, because what you're about to discover will completely change how you see those golden arches forever. Let's rewind to 1954. Ray Kroc was just an ordinary 52-year-old traveling salesman driving across America selling milkshake machines to restaurants. His life was far from glamorous: long drives, cheap modals, and barely making ends meet. But then one day something extraordinary happened. Kroc received an unusual order from a small hamburger stand in San Bernardino, California. This little restaurant wanted 8 of his multimixer machines, which could make 40 milkshakes simultaneously. Ray was stunned. Who needs to make 40 milkshakes at once? His curiosity was burning, so he jumped in his car and drove hundreds of miles to see this place with his own eyes. When Ray Kroc arrived at that small burger joint called McDonald's, owned by 2 brothers named Richard and Maurice McDonald, he witnessed something that would change his life forever. There was a massive line of people outside. But here's the incredible part: the average wait time was less than 5 minutes. In the 1940s and 50s, drive-in restaurants were hugely popular, but customers often waited 20 minutes or more for their food. The McDonald brothers had revolutionized everything. They'd created what they called the Speedee Service System, an assembly line approach that could produce a delicious hamburger in under 30 seconds. Every burger tasted exactly the same because the process was so efficient and standardized. Ray Kroc ordered a burger, took one bite, and knew immediately that this was the big opportunity he'd been waiting for his entire life. Kroc convinced the McDonald brothers to let him franchise their revolutionary concept nationwide. The deal seemed simple enough. Ray would handle the expansion and franchising. The brothers would maintain quality control and receive 0.5% of all sales, and Kroc would keep 1.9%. In his first year, Ray sold 18 franchises. He was working around the clock, pouring his heart and soul into building McDonald's across America. But when he checked his bank account, he was shocked to discover he was barely breaking even. After paying the McDonald brothers their share and covering his expenses, there was almost nothing left. Despite opening restaurant after restaurant, Ray Kroc was drowning in debt. He even put his own home up for mortgage just to keep the operation running. This should have been his golden ticket to success, but instead he was watching his dream collapse before his eyes. Then in 1956, everything changed when Ray Kroc met a man named Harry Sonneborn. Harry was a former financial executive from Speedee, who immediately recognized a fatal flaw in Kroc's business model. One day, Sonneborn looked at Ray and said something that would echo through business history: "You're not in the hamburger business. You're in the real estate business." This single sentence was the breakthrough Ray desperately needed. Sonneborn explained that instead of just collecting a tiny percentage of burger sales, McDonald's should own the land and buildings where franchises operated, then lease those properties back to franchisees. This way, the company would receive steady rental income regardless of how well each individual restaurant performed. Even better, owning the real estate would give McDonald's unprecedented control over franchisees and ensure consistent quality standards across every location. Ray Kroc listened to Harry Sonneborn's brilliant idea and immediately put it into action. In 1956, they established the Franchise Realty Corporation, a separate company specifically designed to acquire land and lease it to McDonald's franchisees. This wasn't just a minor adjustment, it was a complete transformation of the entire business model. Here's how the new system worked. Instead of franchisees simply paying a percentage of their burger sales, McDonald's would now purchase or lease prime real estate locations. The company would then sublease these properties to franchisees at a markup of 20 to 40% above the original lease costs. Franchisees paid either a set monthly rent or a percentage of their sales, whichever amount was greater. This guaranteed that McDonald's would profit from every single location, whether the restaurant sold 10 burgers or 10,000 burgers on any given day. This real estate strategy was genius, solving multiple problems at once. It provided consistent revenue independent of burger sales. It gave McDonald's significant leverage over franchisees. Threatening lease termination was more powerful than revoking franchises. Most importantly, It opened access to massive capital. By owning real estate, McDonald's attracted investments from life insurance companies and financial institutions who saw land as stable assets. Money flowed in and expansion shifted into overdrive. The results were absolutely explosive. Before meeting Harry Sonneborn, Ray Kroc had opened just 18 restaurants in his first year and was barely surviving financially. After implementing the real estate model, McDonald's expanded at a breathtaking pace. By 1961, Kroc had accumulated enough wealth and power to buy out the McDonald brothers entirely for $2.7 million, equivalent to about $23 million today. By 1965, there were over 700 McDonald's restaurants operating in 44 states. That same year, McDonald's became the first fast food company to go public, with stock initially priced at $22 per share. Within weeks, it skyrocketed to $49, making Ray Kroc an instant multimillionaire. By the end of the 1960s, nearly 1,500 McDonald's were operating worldwide. By the time Ray Kroc passed away in 1984, a new McDonald's restaurant was opening somewhere in the world every 17 hours. Today, the scale of McDonald's real estate empire is almost incomprehensible. As of 2025, McDonald's operates more than 41,000 restaurants in over 100 countries, serving 69 million customers daily. Approximately 93 to 95% of all McDonald's locations are franchised. The company owns the land on which many restaurants sit, valued at $42 billion. McDonald's earns over $12 billion annually from franchise fees and rental payments. While you're enjoying your quarter pounder with cheese, McDonald's is simultaneously making money from your meal and collecting rent from the franchisee who served it. The company's real estate holdings represent 99% of its total assets and 35% of its annual gross revenue. McDonald's isn't just one of the world's biggest restaurant chains, it's legitimately one of the largest landlords on planet Earth. This strategy's brilliance extends beyond just profits. By owning real estate, McDonald's maintains iron-clad brand consistency worldwide. When you walk into a McDonald's in Tokyo, Paris, New York, or Mumbai, you expect certain quality and service. Because McDonald's owns the property, franchisees must adhere to strict standards or risk losing everything, not just franchise agreements, but the buildings they operate from. This leverage has been instrumental in maintaining consistency across tens of thousands of locations globally. The company enforces standards, updates menus, and ensures every customer receives the same experience worldwide. What makes this story even more remarkable is how Ray Kroc transformed a simple hamburger stand into a business model that's studied in universities and boardrooms worldwide. The McDonald brothers created an innovative food service system, but they were content running a handful of successful restaurants. Ray Kroc saw something bigger, a nationwide, then global empire. But even with his ambition and relentless work ethic, it was Harry Sonneborn's real estate insight that truly unlocked unlimited potential. This strategy didn't just save McDonald's from bankruptcy, it created one of the most valuable and recognizable brands in human history. So next time you see those iconic golden arches, remember you're not just looking at a fast food restaurant, you're looking at one of the most sophisticated real estate empires ever built, hiding behind burgers and fries. Ray Kroc and Harry Sonneborn revolutionized business thinking, proving that sometimes the real opportunity lies not in what you're selling, but in the ground beneath your feet. The secret wasn't better burgers or faster service, though those mattered. The real secret was understanding that land appreciates, buildings hold value, and rental income provides stability that hamburger sales alone never could. If this fascinating and eye-opening story changed your perspective, smash that subscribe button now. We're constantly uncovering incredible business secrets and untold stories that will change how you see the world. Hit the like button if you enjoyed learning about McDonald's genius strategy. Drop a comment and tell me what other famous companies have hidden strategies we should explore next. Your suggestions shape our content, and your idea might become our next video. Turn on notifications so you never miss when we drop these revelations. Once you start seeing the hidden strategies behind everyday brands, you'll never look at business the same way again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.